what violence and crime does to families. So, Tracy, tell us what happened.
Well, first of all, I'd like to say it's really positive for young people to actually be here today, take your time out to actually be here. And just as an affected mother, I'd like to share with you what happened on that day, because I think it's really important for mothers, fathers, and young people to actually know what it's like. My son left home on a Saturday evening to go ice skating. Everybody knows Streatham Ice Skating Rink? As a parent, would you be afraid if your son said, or your daughter said, I'm going skating? So I was at peace, my son was going out, and I'm looking for him to come home. But what I got was a phone call. I got a phone call from his girlfriend, screaming down the phone. I can't make sense of what she's saying, but she's screaming and shit, and all I heard was shot. And I jumped out of my bed, and I got in my car, and I drove from Kingston to Streatham. My hazard lights was on, I wasn't stopping at no traffic lights. When I got to Streatham Ice Skating Rink, I could see an ambulance, and I could see people. My son didn't make it. He got 2 shots in the ice skating rink in front of over 300 young people, parents, grandparents. So today we're here to mark the remembrance of how many children have we lost in Lambeth? 21 young people under 21. And today we have lost 126 and still counting since 2007 to today, young people killing each other. I don't have the answer, and I'm sure a lot of you don't have the answer. But we're here, and that's enough. That's enough for us to be here to make a change, to take responsibility, and to help our young people see that there's more to life than death.
I want to thank you for coming, and I think we should really show our appreciation, loud and strong, for this mother who has gone through it and is here to say, make the change. We're a faith-based group, and we believe God can help us and help our community. So when you hear what she's saying, let us listen and let us try to make a difference, because we need it in our community. I want you to be the first one to go and light that candle in remembrance of your son. What's his name?
James Andre Godfrey Smartt-Ford. And I started a foundation with an acronym of his name, JAGS Foundation, to support other families and parents who are living with child murder, because it affects us all. It affects us all. They were your friends, they were your brothers, they were your sisters, they were your nieces, they were your nephews, they were your best friends.
So we're gonna call out if you're a family member and you're here, you've been invited to come with us. We're gonna call out those names, and as they come, we're gonna have some of our pathfinders. Other young people will be making that symbolic. We're gonna say we remember them. Their lives don't just go. We want to say don't want this to happen again. We have some persons here who are going to help us to light those.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just going to read out the names of the 21 young people we have lost in Lambeth alone since the year 2000. I don't know if all the family members are here, but if you are, as I call the name, would you please come forward to light a candle in remembrance of your youngster. On the 8th of April in the year 2000, we lost Carl Patrick Small, age 20. Do we have the family of Carl Patrick Small here with us this afternoon? Thank you, Councillor. On the 14th of September in 2002, we lost Tantia French, age 19. Do we have a family member from the French family to light this candle in remembrance of Tatia?
Do you want to continue filming? Or?
Yeah,
Okay.
Thank you. On the 15th of March 2003, we lost Sika Michaels, age 18. Do we have any members of the Michaels family here this afternoon that would like to come forward?
Sorry, may I just I'm filming it for one of the family members.
Thank you, Felix. On the 7th of December 2003, we lost Leon Forbes, age 21. Do we have anyone from Leon's family? Thank you. On the 25th of January 2004, we lost Kevin Forsyth, age 20. Is there anyone from the Forsyth family here? We have a pathfinder to support us if the family members are not here. On the 9th of June 2004, we lost Adrian Anton Marriott, age 20. Is anyone here from the Marriott family? Okay. On the 21st of February 2005, we lost Justin Laurie Bernier, age 20. On the 8th of June 2006, we lost Alex Mulamumba Kamonda, age 15. Is anyone here that would like to light that candle for Alex, please? Maybe someone from, okay, thank you very much. On the 3rd of February 2007, we lost James Andre Smartt-Ford, Tracy's son. You've just heard Tracy speak. She shared how that evening was for her when she received that phone call. And she got in her car, she left her hazards on, she didn't stop at a traffic light. She explained what that moment was like for her. And she's been living in that moment ever since. On the 13th of February 2007, we lost William Fox, another 15-year-old. Do you have anyone from the Cox family? That's Billy Cox, actually, that 15-year-old. On the 26th of July 2007, we lost Abu Bakr Mahmoud, age 16. Is there anyone from the Mahmoud family that is here? If not, the Pathfinders will light the candle for the family. On the 3rd of August 2007, we lost Nathan Foster, age 18. Is anyone here from the Foster family? On the 14th of March 2008, we lost Nicholas Clark, age 19. The 17th of July 2008, we lost Frederick Moody, age 18. Anyone from the Moody family here? On the 17th of the 10th, 2008, we lost Ashley Kemet, age 20. On the 27th of April 2009, we lost Christopher Ogganyemi, age 16. On the 1st of August 2009, we lost Carl Beatson Asiedim, age 19. On the 9th of April 2010, we lost Mark Carey Johnson, age 21. On the 2nd of July 2010, we lost Zach Olomongbun. Is there anyone from the Olomongbun family here? On the 11th of April 2011, we lost Temiyadi Fawud Oguwande, who is only age 15. On the 14th of April 2011, we lost Isaiah Boval, age 21. On the 6th of June this year, we lost Nana Darko Frampon, age 18. And on the 6th of August 2011, we lost Daniel Framiwawa, and he was age 20. That's 21 young people, innocent young people. We don't know who they would have become, what their established purposes would have been. We'll never know. 21 young people. Can we please give a moment's silence for these young people?
And so while we were here, these two young ladies, they were just passing by and they said that they had a brother who 4 years ago was killed today.
Oh.
And because of what was happening here, they came by and they asked, Khadisha, come. I know, this is Christine. And she was Julian's sister. And 4 years ago, today, he died. And so they were just passing and felt here. Can you just tell us a little bit?
Greetings, everybody. My name's Christine Wilson, and my brother Julian Warrington was murdered 4 years ago today in my home in Camberwell. I used to live in Paulette Road. 7 men in 2 vehicles, a white van and a black Ford Focus, came onto my road. They were looking for boys who'd beaten up their brother. They'd been selling drugs, and the boy ripped off these boys, so they saw him in Camberwell that morning, followed him home and beat him up with their fists, so he just had bruises from being beaten up. He went to Angel Town to get his brothers, and they tried to contact other people. The van had a tracking device on it, so the police knew, everywhere they went and their phone details. They got onto my road. There was a house a few doors down. They started to smash that door down. A lady who lived on the top flat called the police. And then they decided that wasn't the right address. They think it's this address, which was my address. And they started to kick down my door. My brother was home from work that day. He was 43 years old, had 6 kids. His baby was 7 months at the time. They smashed their way into my home. They had 4 knives, and they stabbed him to death 19 times. The 18 stab wounds that he received wouldn't have killed him, but that last knife wound, because it was a Rambo-style hunting knife. That's what they said in the Old Bailey that they used on him. He was on his hands and knees, bleeding heavily. They stabbed him in the back and it came through his chest. That's what killed him. He took 40 minutes to die. They had an air ambulance go into Smartt-Ford Park to go and assist him. They had to take his heart out of his chest. They started his heart twice, but he lost so much blood, he died. The attack took 2 minutes 5 seconds from the time they turned off the ignition in that van to go to one door, to go to my door, to break it down and get in my house and do that to my brother. 2 minutes 5 seconds, I think, that's all it took. And they didn't know him. His name was Julian Warrington. They didn't know him. They'd never heard of him. They didn't know anybody in my house, 123 Paulette Road, yet they didn't care that they were faced with the wrong person. They knew who they went to kill that day because they had the 3 boys' names on their statements. Yet my brother was 43, had grey hair. They didn't care. So that day I was called from work and brought home. My now 19-year-old son phoned me to tell me what had happened. And my now 26-year-old son actually went into the house when the paramedics were there, and he came out with blood all over his shirt. So we all went on that road, and it was just pandemonium because we wanted to get to him, but we couldn't. The police had to hold us back. I was just screaming for my brother. He lived with me for a year because he'd separated from his partner, and we've always been very close. So, I mean, it's a gaping hole in our lives. We miss him terribly. Not a day goes by without thinking about him, talking about him, and just wanting him. It doesn't get better, you just learn to live with it. It doesn't get better. You can't fill that hole no matter what. He has 6 beautiful children. His eldest daughter's 30, she's in a London Gospel Community Choir, and she's very vocal in what she does for him, and his baby's going to grow up never knowing him, so we just have to help. But it's God that's brought us to 4 years, because we couldn't walk, we couldn't eat, there was nothing we could do for ourselves. So it's God that's kept us through this, because it is the most horrendous time you could ever hope to face. These youths on the street that are doing these things don't have no conscience, their hearts are just shut. It's the devil that's doing this work for them. So we just have to keep praying, because I don't know the answer, but I want it to stop. I don't want another young person to be name written down, candles lit for them. I'm going to pray for my brother today. I'm going to his graveside. I'm going to celebrate the life that we had with him. But we've got to do something as a community. I honestly don't know what it is, but we have to stop these people, these kids that are killing kids, because too many families are broken-hearted, can't be repaired. So we're just walking around praying that things will get better. I just think coming together helps. Sorry, I did see something on the internet where somebody said, why do we have all these marches? It's not doing anything. But making people aware of how you have to live with the after effects of murder. My mother had developed breast cancer, had a breast removed. My brother nearly died of bacterial meningitis. Stress keeps going with murder. Things keep happening. So we need community. We need it. We need it. Thank you for listening to me, and thanks for this day.
So we've heard it now. This is the reason why we are standing up, and I hope that everybody here, your time would have been well spent, wants to remember what has happened in these 2 cases, and we heard it. We believe as a faith-based group that God can help this situation. What do you think? We believe for those who are hurting, there is a help out there for them. That there can be peace in the heart, that God can help breathe the peace to them. And so there's something happening in this community. We believe that there's a help out there for everybody. That is the reason why we are here. And so we have like Pastor Good here, Reverend Good here from the St. Paul's. He's an Anglican church. He's a street pastor. We're working just as our church is working. We want to do something in this community that lift the name of God higher. What do you say, Ben?
Yeah, we need to be positive. We need to be engaging with people, talking with people, showing them that we care about what's happening. We go out on the streets of Brixton late on Friday nights, just there to listen to people, to care for people, to help people, and try and be the change, as we've been saying today. If you want to join us, we'd love you to join us. We'd love to have more street passes. Doesn't matter what church you go to, you're very welcome to join us. Speak to me or Lane, let me know. Thank
you very much. And in our church we have every weekend, every Sabbath you can come. There's a message there for you. If you have a young person, you want them to join a conscious young group, a Pathfinder club, you've seen them. Let them come. If you can sing, we want you to come and join our community choir. It can help you. If you, whatever you have, our address right up there in Stanley Street. Come up there, you can find some solace. In this very difficult time, you can find help. We believe that. That is why we assemble. That is why we are here. And so as we bring this program to a close, we have two small things to do. We want some of our young actors to show you what you can do. You don't have to join those negative groups. You can join positive groups. We have some young actors. We're going to show you in motion what it means to be the change. And then we're going to listen to a positive song, and then we'll go on. So I'm going to invite our young actors who come in drama to show us what it's like for them to be the change. Thank you very much, councillors. Thank you very much, Tracy. Thank you very much, Lambeth Black family.